Hi guys, and welcome back to another active video. In today's video we're working on the headache rack. So the rack that I have is in horrible condition. It's extremely rusty, there's holes throughout the entire thing, and it just looks like crap. So a fellow Acti driver here in Hawaii had listed theirs for sale and I scooped it up. He was a really nice guy. He's got a really sweet truck and he's got an Instagram where he covers all of his projects and builds on his truck. So if you want, definitely check it out. I'll leave his Instagram below. But back to the rack. So this is in great condition. There's not much work needed to be done to it, and I'm really happy about that. The one thing I am going to do is add an LED light bar onto it. And this is a light bar that others have recommended in the enthusiast Facebook group. They didn't exactly show how they mounted theirs, but I think I have a mounting solution that's going to work. Cross my fingers. And I'll share that with you guys. If it's a success, then you guys can follow me too. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here's the light bar we're going to be using. It didn't come with very many parts, but we've got, a red wire, a black wire, and then we've got a little mount, a bolt, a nut, and another bolt, washer, and nut that we'll use to connect it onto the rack itself. At least that's the plan anyway. So let's go ahead and tighten this down, and we'll tighten this at an angle that we like, and then move on to the next step, which will be drilling our holes. Righteous. Well, things got away from me a little bit on the second hole. It's definitely not where I wanted it. Regardless, we can get a piece of hardware in there. We'll be able to fasten it, and let's just ignore that. We'll give this a touch-up of paint since we've sliced into the metal, and then we'll be on our way. I got a separate piece of hardware because although the one that came in the kit does technically work, it's just a little too long, and I don't want the bolt butting up against the wires, so I'm going to use one that's a little bit shorter, and this should work great. Alright, first step will be taking out the old headache rack. So we got to disconnect these wires. Okay, so now we're going to snip the existing wire connectors. Did I get you? Don't worry, I disconnected the battery. Here I have my solder seal connectors, which these are kind of nice because you just kind of stick both ends of the wires in, use a heat gun, melt the solder, and then Bob's your uncle. So I'll leave these in the description. I'm gonna test to see how much wiring I need to cut to get in there, and then it should be good. Okay, here goes nothing. Just need a little bit of it. Ooh, should be all we need. Ooh, now we're on the step where we need to put the headache rack on, get our other two red and black wires, meet them, and then melt these solder connectors. So yeah, that's right. Okay. waiting for that to cool down now. The only thing left to do now is to reconnect the battery and make sure the light works. And now the moment me, Abby, and maybe the 5 people still left in the video are waiting for. Let's see if the light works. It's bright, it's like a sun. That's another successful project in the books. If you guys enjoyed this video, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.